Welcome! This is going to be a little bit of a funny video because most of the following games came out less than 10 years ago, or probably 10 years ago, and of course they're gonna be cheap. But guess what? I was checking between my small collection of video games, and I found out that I don't own many really cheap JRPGs. I mean, for starters, JRPGs have always been expensive. They are not your $5 or $10 games. Of course, there are a lot of JRPGs that cost $10. I don't own any of them. I think one perfect example used to be Arc the Lad, Twilight of the Spirits for the PS2. I don't know how much that goes for right now because I don't have it. I used to have it, and it cost me precisely $5. And another example is Enchanted Arms for the PS3 or the Xbox 360. That is another very cheap game. That's like maximum $10 games. But this video is gonna be funny because of what I mentioned at the beginning, but also it's gonna be a little bit interesting because I was surprised at seeing my collection that I don't own really cheap games. But these 10 are the cheapest that I own, and I recommend you get them now because some of them used to be cheaper than they already are right now, and they're going up in price. You have to get these games right now. It's the perfect opportunity, especially for the PS3 and the Xbox 360, and for some titles for the PS2. Some titles for the PS2 like Grandia 2, Radiata Stories, those games are like $30 right now, and $25 to $30. You can still get them for cheap if you're lucky, cheaper than that if you're lucky, but that's like the cheapest price you're gonna get right now. And next year it's gonna be they're gonna be $40, and in 2 years $50, and so on. So if you're watching this video and you don't have any of these games and you want them, this is the perfect time for you to start collecting these games. So let's begin. My number 10 is going to be Suikoden Tactics for the PlayStation 2. All of the some of the Suikoden games, especially Tactics 4 and I think 3, they used to be $20 games. I perfectly remember a few years ago they were $30 games, but Suikoden 4 and Suikoden 3 and 4, they are already on the $40 range, I am pretty sure. However, Suikoden Tactics, which is considered to be one of the worst in the saga, but not bad at all, it's actually a pretty beautiful tactical RPG. It's really good. I beat this game, and this is the only version that exists, and let me show you. It comes with an original soundtrack. I don't know about the PAL version or the Japanese version, but the American version comes every single standard edition. I mean, the only edition there is, it comes with a soundtrack. And this game you can find it for, I think, $25, $30 range. $30. Let's just say it's a $30 game right now. It used to be $10 game back when I bought it. But you see what I mean? $30 nowadays? Come on, get it while you still can. So, my number 9 is a PS3 game. Of course, most of the PS3 JRPGs are cheap right now. That's why I'm making this video, to help you understand that this is the perfect time for you to collect these RPGs. So, because in a couple of years there will be like double this price. And this is Star Ocean: The Last Hope, the International Edition. Of course, I know that the Xbox 360 version is cheaper. I used to own it, but I sold it. And I think the Xbox 360 version goes for around $20, I believe. But the International Edition, I think that the PAL version, there are a lot. If you go into eBay right now, there are tons of the PAL version. But the American version is starting to fade away. I don't know why, but it's still cheap. Nonetheless, you can still have this game for, it's between $25 and $30. So this is the perfect time because I think Even I know this game is going to have a remaster HD version or something like that for the PS4, digital only, soon enough. But if you want to own this particular copy right here, I suggest you get it now. Okay, number 8. This is going to surprise you, because a few years ago this used to be one of the most expensive Nintendo DS games. I don't know what happened, but Radiant Historia for the Nintendo DS, even sealed, my copy is sealed, it's really cheap. I have no idea why this year, because last year it wasn't like this, but this year it went down in price a lot. This you can find for the exact same price as the previous two ones. It's a $30 game. I think you can have it for much less than that. It's between $20 and $25. I can't believe it, and it's sealed. Maybe it's because it's going to get a remake version soon, I think next year, but wow, this is a masterpiece. This is my favorite JRPG for the Nintendo DS. It's one of the best, the very best Nintendo DS games ever made. So if you're looking to get this game, get it now, because you can get a sealed copy for $25. Number 7, it's Tales of Cestiria. There's two versions, the PS3 version, the PS4. Obviously the PS3 version is cheaper. I don't know, I think the PS4 version goes for around $25, $30 range. And this came out 2 years ago, so I'm cheating on this video. This shouldn't be on this video, but any Tales of, you already know, goes up in price every year. For example, Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Legendia, Tales of the Abyss. Those games are right now around $40, I think $40, and next year gonna be more, and so on and so on. But this is a $20 game. Maximum $25 for a sealed copy. But for a used copy like mine, it's a $20 game. And some people have criticized this game a lot, and I can see why. It has its flaws, but it's a great game nonetheless. To me, there isn't a single bad Tales of game, and this is no exception. This is a really cool game, a great game, and for $20, come on. Next is another $20 game. It's my number 6 on the list, and that's Project Cross Zone 2 for the Nintendo 3DS. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. This game also came out two or 3 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. So I'm sort of like cheating here. But trust me, these are the cheapest RPGs that I own right now. So I wish I could show you, I don't know, Twilight of the Spirits or Enchanted Arms or others that are cheaper than this. But I don't own them. I will someday. So Project Cross Zone, I own the first one, the Project Cross Zone first one, but that's a limited edition. I think both standard editions 1 and 2 go for the same, for about $20-25 at maximum. This is yet another $20 game. If you're lucky enough, you can still get this game for a cheaper price. You will find it maybe with luck between $15 and $18. But let's just say this is a $20 game. It's a great tactical JRPG, and lots of fun. It's a crossover. It's a sequel to the previous one, and it's amazing. This is one of the most awesome JRPGs for the Nintendo 3DS. Get it while you still can. Well, actually, I'm not sure about the Project Cross Zone. They were so successful that I don't think you will have any trouble finding them for the same price next year, or maybe in 2 years. I don't think they're going to go up in price, at least not for the next 2 or 3 years, but who knows? This market is so unpredictable. Okay, so my number 5 is Agarest Generations of War. The American version of this game, because I own the PAL version, as you can see, the American version only came out for the Xbox 360. I have no idea how much that game costs. I think it's expensive. I think it goes around for $40-50. But this one, which is the PAL version, and which is in English, of course, you can get it for in eBay. On eBay, you can get it for like $20, $20-25. So I think this game is going to go up in price very soon, because people are This is one of the rarest JRPGs for the PlayStation 3. And I talked about this game on my video of the best tactical JRPGs, and my favorites. This is a really cool game, extremely long, and it can become extremely repetitive at times, but it's really fun. It's a really awesome game. But I just can't believe this is a $20 game. I mean, right now if you go and look into eBay, $20. Okay, so number 4 is Star Ocean Till the End of Time for the PlayStation 2. Yeah, you might be surprised. You're saying PlayStation 2 is that cheap? A PlayStation 2 game is that cheap nowadays? Yeah, but that's because of 2 reasons. Maybe this should have been on previous places because it's a little more expensive than the other ones, just because it has a cartoon, the box, you know, the box. It's not sealed, it's open. It's just in mint condition. But without this box, which is just a simple box, you can get this game for $20. And the greatest hits version, because this is supposed to have, this is a special 2 DVD collection, blah blah blah. The extra features include 2 additional playable characters, new enemies, areas and scenes, expanded events, music and CG sequences, all new versus fighting mode, allows you to battle head to head or team up against the CPU. Okay, those are all the features this version has, but it's still a $20 game, and the greatest hits version, which is, I don't know, the standard edition, my god, that goes for $10 to $15. But this version particularly, $20 game. Okay, so now we're getting into the cheapest of the cheapest. You're not going to believe. So if the following 3 games, you must get them right now because they're going to go up in price. I'm pretty sure about that. Number 3 is Tales of Xillia 2. Yeah, even though Cesteria came out 2 years ago, this is 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I believe. And this should be more expensive, right? But no way. This is even cheaper than Star Ocean 3. This is also a $20 game, but I think you can find it for less than that. Maybe if you go to your local retail store or to a GameStop or whatever, or Gamers, or Game Planet, whatever country you live in, you will probably find this game for less, for like maybe $15, $18. I will say this is a $20 game right now, and I think it's going to go up in price very soon. So get it while you still can. Tales of Xillia 2. The first one is a little more expensive nowadays. I think it goes for around $30 at least, and it's going to keep rising and rising. And so get it while you still can. Tales of Xillia 2. Ignore the critics. It's a very wonderful game. It's a great game. Give this game a chance, and for $15, $20, come on. Okay, number 2. This is so unfair. I can't believe this. This masterpiece of a video game should cost way more, and I can't believe it's so goddamn cheap. And I'm pretty sure it's going to go up in price pretty soon. I am very sure. Maybe next year it will go up in price. I don't know. Someday it will cost around $50. I'm pretty sure of that. But right now you can get Lost Odyssey for the Xbox 360 for $15. I have seen this game for way less. I have seen this game in $10. But right now, I couldn't find any copies. Before I made this video, I went into eBay and Amazon, and I couldn't find this video for $10. But $15, you can find this game for $15. Maybe $20 for a mint condition copy, which is the one I own. But yeah, this game is around $15 to $18, no more than $20. Such a shame, but that's actually, you know, a good thing maybe, because it is precisely a very beautiful game, wonderful game, turn-based JRPG with a great story, with great music. This is developed by Hironobu Sakaguchi. This should have been Final Fantasy 13, and it would have been a great success because it's one of the best JRPGs, if not the best JRPG for the Xbox 360. So get this game right now before it goes up in price. And my number one, the cheapest of the cheapest that I own, I'm so ashamed to say it because this is another masterpiece. Of all the JRPGs that are exclusively for the PS3, this is my favorite and I think it's the best, and that's Valkyria Chronicles. Shamelessly, you can get this game for $10. Yeah, I'm not kidding. $10 fucking dollars. $12, $15. If somebody sells this game to you for more than $50, they're making a fool out of you. There are two reasons, I believe. One, it's obviously because the remastered version for the PS4 came out recently, about 2 years ago, and it's a very good remastered version, HD version. And the second reason, I believe, it's because some retail stores, at least in my country, took out this game from their gigantic stockpile. They have like, I don't know, thousands of copies of this game, I don't know why, and they started selling them for $10, $10 to $15. That was the price. You could get this game for that. Unfortunately, I bought it when it was still around 20 bucks. I bought this game for $20, I believe, and it hurt me to see that it went down so badly, like so down to $10. I can't believe it. So it's gonna be a little bit of an irony for me to say it, to get this version, because I know that if you own a PS4, you probably might want to get the remastered version. But if you don't, what are you waiting for? $10? This is one of the greatest JRPGs, strategy RPGs of all time. Like, this is one of my favorite JRPGs ever. Go and get this game. $10, you can buy 5. I don't know. Anyway guys, with that, this is my top 10 of the cheapest JRPGs that I own. I know a lot of people don't make these sort of videos, like who wants to brag about the cheapest games, but I thought it would be interesting because of what I said at the beginning, that it's about, most of these games are about to go up in price very soon, especially the PS2 ones. So get them while you still can, do yourself a favor and buy them, because the fact that they're cheap doesn't mean at all that they're bad games. All of these are wonderful, great games. So, thanks for watching, see you next time.